Hey friends, thank you so much for joining me. We are talking about a brand new lip product today that has really become top story news in my little makeup world. It takes me back to when I was working in TV news and, we spend the whole day, we're doing stories. As a producer, you're like formulating your newscast, you've got it all together, and then late in the day something swoops in and it's like, oh, this is what we're leading with. That's what's happened with this new lipstick, okay? I got a PR package from Morphe and I'm very grateful to be receiving this stuff, to get to try things out, to get to experiment with the entirety of a line instead of just maybe one or two things. I think that's awesome. I think that's an amazing phenomenon of what I do here and what I've been doing for almost 20 years. What they have put out is such a unique lip product. I'm noticing here that it's not even out yet. I'm shooting this video on Tuesday. It's April 7th and it's saying in select stores for 9/26. So the day I post this, I'm not even sure what that in select stores means. Is it not going to be online? But this is called Liplock Glossy Lipstick. This is somehow a long-wearing yet glossy lip product. Now, the most similar thing to this concept that I've tried has been something from Maybelline Superstay called the Vinyl Ink. It's been on the market for a while. It's basically a liquid lipstick and they figured out how to make it be like shiny on your lips but also long wearing. The shine isn't ultra moisturizing, I wouldn't say. It's just, a little bit of shine. It doesn't last that long. When it does wear off, you do indeed have a very, very long wearing lipstick. Here, what they've managed to put in this tube is a lipstick that's gonna go on looking like the shiniest lip balm, lip butter type of thing, really. Looking like those new e.l.f. Glow Reviver lipstick type of things. All the shine, all the moisture. When you put them on, if you're accustomed to using lots of lip colors, you're not thinking, hey, this is gonna be in it for the long haul. You're thinking, this looks really pretty now, and I'm sure I'm gonna be reapplying this in another hour if I want it to look fresh. What this actually does, it becomes long wear. They say glide on and wait 2 minutes for best wear results. And what happens in those 2 minutes, nothing is changing visually, but what you have just put on becomes like shine and color, working separately. Like you've put on this lipstick, it's just a lipstick, it's not lipstick and top coat, it's one thing. And then after 2 minutes of sitting there, if you want to blot some off, unless you're really rubbing hard, only a little shine is coming off. And you do have a long wearing, actually moisturizing feeling color there. They describe it as a clear gloss layer that bonds and retains moisture with high shine impact. And then you've got the pigment packed colored layer that stays locked on your lips even after the gloss wears off. But I'm here to say the gloss is in it for a long time. There is a lot of moisture in this. It's moisture that is deceiving to your mind because of what you know about products like this that go on feeling like a supercharged with moisture Revlon lip butter. You don't expect that to last, but then it does. So this is our spectrum of shades. I mean, you can tell here we're going from like light nudes, lighter pinks into deeper shades. I've experimented with 2 of these, so I've worn them throughout big chunks of the day. When I realized I had these at noon, I put on the Cot Rose shade. And then it was 3.5 hours later, I had a picture of that shade on my lips, still looking glossy. They are talking about that gloss wearing down, but it lasts a long time, just that shininess. But then yes, you do have color still on there. And this is a pretty nude looking shade. So it's fascinating that that's doing that. And then I tried one of the deeper ones. This is a kind of a berry shade called Tied Knot. And it's giving the same kind of thing. And you can really tell with that shade, like I was taking off my makeup at the end of the night. I'm using my Vanny cream. I'm doing my whole cleansing method. I'm kind of, going over my lips a little bit with my makeup eraser as I'm removing everything. This is not wanting to come off. The product is still really on there at the end of the day, like fascinating stuff. And for the feel, for that buttery feel, like I think I've described it enough, but I want to try them all on for you today. And I want you to see what they look like. I'm not going to be letting them sit on my lips a long time because I know what happens and it would be difficult to remove each one. But I think if I'm quick enough with the try on, you will be able to see what they look like. And once these do go out on a website at some point in time, you'll be able to know like what you like, what you don't like. But I'm legitimately fascinated at what this product is, how they're pulling off basically long wearing shine and comfort and color all together, one thing. And by the way, the Morphe writing on each one is indicative of the shade that's on the inside. So even though you're thinking, oh, just a bunch of white tubes, you can tell just at a glance from the outside what you're getting. The way they got them organized is kind of making sense to me. We've got like kind of a nude row ranging in depth, and we've got like more of a pinky berry, possibly a little bit reddish row ranging in depth as well. So I'm gonna start at the top of the nude row, Hitched Honey. Let's try it on. When you twist it, you get a little click. It almost makes you think of some of those lip products like a Tarte where it's clicking up and then can't be twisted down, but these can be twisted back down. But I click it up a few clicks. Scent is like a MAC lipstick. It smells like vanilla. And then we're gonna put this on, and the shine, this is kind of a goldeny nude, you know? Not gold with shimmer, but just that tone. Look at all that shine. That shine is actually gonna be in it for some wear time, okay? But right now, that's that shade. I'm gonna take it off, and I will let you know what all is on my face at the end of the video. Yeah, if I act that fast, I can get this off. Next one is Sealed Kiss. Let's see how much deeper this is or what kind of tone we're getting. They just go on like lip butters. Revlon lip butters of the old days. That one's bringing almost like a nude plus a little corally warmth, don't you think? Pretty. Next one is called Whipped Together. Looks like it should be maybe more brownish, but isn't this really giving you the feeling of an all-in-one lip product? The opaque color, the shine, the long wear, the feeling of actual real moisture on your lips that's somehow able to last a long time. Whipped Together. I think I'm gonna love this. Ooh. Oh, more rosy than I was expecting. Almost soft reddish rose, hint of berry in there too. Beautiful, love that. Next up, it looks like we're getting deeper. This shade is called Lover's Bond. Okay, looks really deep in the stick. I'm not building these any more than like I'd build a full colored opaque lipstick, by the way. Wow, it's giving me a brownish depth, but there's a little bit of rosiness creeping in. Oh, I love. Obsessed with that shade. Getting down to the last one in this row, this is called Berry Bolted. Okay, show me that berry. Look at that richness in the tube. Oh yeah. Instinctively, I feel scared to put on a shade this deep, rich, and shiny, but yet I know that it does transform into long wear. Just let it be on your lips for a couple minutes. Oh man. I'm not sure I can make a choice between these last three. I dig that. Some of y'all are thinking, maybe aren't these last couple shades kind of fall and winter vibes? Don't care. Now, here's what I can't account for is if you decide to go putting other products on this, like for some reason putting a lip oil on top, I'm sure that's gonna mess with the chemistry of this. When I'm talking staying power, I'm talking this and this alone, okay? We're going up top here to Clutched Pearl. Whoa, looking straight like light peach. Am I gonna like this at all? That one's making me want to build color just a little more. Feeling more sheer than the last row. But are you seeing it? What do you think? Not my fave. But it is kind of giving a summer fun type of look, isn't it? It's like soft, soft coral. I can tell I have had a few of these on them because there's just like a little tackiness to my lips. Okay, next up, Caught Rose. This was the one that feels like a really classic nude, and I had this on for hours, and I was amazed at how it kept looking true to its initial application. Who needs a really classic nude? It's a good one. It's a good one. These are gonna retail for $15, which I would normally say like, okay, if I'm classifying Morphe as drugstore, I would say $15 is kind of a lot, but I would also say this is pretty revolutionary, honestly. Shiny long wear like this that's actually comfortable, that's not a full-on paint your lips type of thing. It's kind of crazy. Chain Reaction is our next one. Looking like this. Ooh. There's an approachable pink for a lot of people, I think. Ooh, really, really classic pink there. See that? Not too warm, not too bubblegum either. Just the right amount of depth, like that. Two more shades, friends. Next one is Tied Knot. This was one that I also kind of put through a wear test. Looking not that far off from the last one, but more bold in its pinkiness. You know, it's not quite berry, it's like a little bolder pink. stunning. The way that shine goes across. Now, just a couple applications and I will say, can you tell that it's gone down just a little bit in that tube? The product is transferring from the tube to the lips in a legitimate layer. Like when you use one of those click up Tarte pens, you know how I talk about how a layer is depositing on your lips. A layer of this is really depositing on. Like I wonder with consistent use how long you'd have one of these. Last one is called Heart Riveting. Looks like we've got a red here, okay? Look at that. Let's see. Ooh. Your gut tells you to be scared of a shiny, creamy red like this. But these stay in place. I love it. Wow. There's something creamy. There's something almost just a little bit milky about this red. Does anybody know what I'm saying here? Just slightly softened from a complete bright Besame fire engine type of red. So again, what you're seeing me do is take them off before 2 minutes sets in and they really start to do their thing on your lips. What am I gonna wear for all day today? As far as my faves, I really liked Whipped Together. Gosh, I do like those couple of pinks I recently tried on, but Whipped Together is kind of like rosy nude, Lover's Bond getting more brownish, rusty brownish berry there, called Berry Bolted. It was the last three in that kind of neutral category I just really loved. And then there's that nude that I wear tested called Caught Rose. I just feel like, wow, how handy, how nice to have a long wearing, really long wearing true nude. But then I'm also all about that pink called Chain Reaction. Very, very wearable pink, and then a little more intensity in Tied Knot. Those are both really good too. It's hard to pick. These shades are really, really well done, I think. I'm gonna put Lover's Bond back on again. This one had kind of a brownish, just a little rose mixed into that, okay? Getting it how I want it on the lips because after 2 minutes, this is going to really do its thing. And I'm gonna show you how the look doesn't change, but color isn't gonna be transferring off onto anything, which is baffling because it feels like I have some kind of shiny, ultra creamy lip balm on. While that sits here and we let it do its thing, let's talk about what makeup's on my face today. This is my base product. I've got a lot of glow actually going on underneath. I've set where I want to be set, but I am fairly glowy. This is kind of like a skin tint plus glow. It's the L'Oreal Lumi Le Glow tint. Shade is 120 neutral, so I've got that blended in all over. I'm wearing my Essence Silky Blur Hydrating Longwear Concealer. Shade is 100, and I love the level of brightness and kind of contrast that gives with my overall skin tone, so I'm sticking with that shade. I set my under eyes with Coty Airspun Loose Powder. I lightly dusted the Catrice Soft Blur Matte Powder just all over my face. I didn't do it so heavily that it really erased all evidence of glow, but just to set a little bit. Previously in my Catrice video, I had used this setting my under eye, very specifically my staying power zones, but today I thought it'd be fun to just use it everywhere. Rimmel Natural Bronzer in Sundance. My blush is Catrice Soft Glam Baked Blush in Midnight Berry. I'm not wearing any highlighter, but that is giving the glow. Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in Java, Morphe Micro Manager Gripping Brow Gel, e.l.f. Lock It Down Eye Primer. Chose an eye quad. I wanted something simple and not too distracting color-wise on my eyes today, so I chose a quad from e.l.f. that I don't reach for too often, but I know it is popular. It's cream and sugar, so I've got the dark brown on the outside, blended a little bit of the bronzy shimmer above my crease. The light matte is under the brow, and both of these are on my lid. Magnetic Bronze L'Oreal Lace Shadow Stick on the lower lash line, Milani Stay Put Tank Eyeliner on the upper lash line, Benefit Bad Gal Bang on the top lashes, e.l.f. Lash Extender on the lower lashes, and you may have noticed a little extra drama. That's because I felt like wearing a false lash today. And that's the Ardell Naked Lashes 423. That's one of my favorite styles right now. Okay, so now this has definitely had enough time to just be. And as you can see, all the shine, all the color is still there. Let me go like this. Look, what I have on my hand right now is a little shine. Okay, and I can feel some of that balmy, shiny quality, but I've still got color on my lips and it's still gonna feel moisturizing. It's not like, okay, once all the shine goes in, is it then gonna start to feel dry and crusty? When is it gonna feel dry and crusty? It doesn't ever reach that point. Now, if I really try, I'm gonna put some pressure on here and really pull off some color. I feel like I can see a little color coming off when I really am rubbing it, okay? All in all though, it's still very much on my lips. And when you go to remove it, you might want to even have a little eye makeup remover handy, perhaps. I love Lancome's eye makeup remover, or just something oil-based. Maybe some cold cream even would attack this a little bit better to getting it off, because it really wants to stay, but it stays feeling like you've got something hydrating on your lips. And their little write-up here, they're calling it gloss that grips. Moisture that's sealed with a kiss. This is very innovative, and when people get onto this, I think it's going to be a very, very popular product. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this was informative. Let me know your take. Are you seeing this creeping out in any select stores near you? Let me know, and I will see you again soon. I love you. Bye.